My sister died 2 years ago. Last night, she called and said I'm not alone. They say if you ever want to talk to the dead, you better be ready for what they might say. I never really believed in that kind of stuff. Ghosts, spirits, the afterlife. It always sounded fake to me. Like stories people told themselves to feel better after someone died. My sister Mia was the opposite. She was obsessed with life after death. She watched documentaries, read weird books, and even visited a psychic once. I remember when she told me she wanted to be buried with a walkie-talkie. "Just in case I wake up in the coffin," she said with a laugh. I thought she was joking. Maybe she wasn't. 2 years ago, she died in a car accident. It was sudden. No warning, no goodbye. 1 second we were talking on the phone and the next, nothing. She'd been telling me that night she thought someone was following her. Her voice was shaking. She said a black car had been behind her for the last few miles, no matter where she turned. I told her to stay on the line with me. I told her to breathe. Then, silence. The crash happened only about 20 minutes after she first called me. They said she died instantly. I don't know if that's true, but I hope it is. After that night, I changed. I couldn't handle phone calls. Even hearing my ringtone made me feel sick. For a while, I turned my phone off completely. I started avoiding people. I just broke a little. But last night, something strange happened. Something that made me pick up the phone again. It was 2:13 a.m. when my phone rang. The caller ID said blocked. I don't know why, but I answered. Maybe I was half asleep. Maybe I was just tired of being scared. I let it ring twice, then hit accept. At first, there was just static. Faint, like a distant radio, full of crackles and little pops. Then a voice pushed through the noise. "Alex?" I froze. My chest tightened. I hadn't heard that voice in 2 years, but I knew it instantly. It was Mia. "Alex, listen to me," she said quickly. "You need to get out of there. Don't trust the people in the house." I sat straight up. My heart was pounding so fast it felt like it was trying to escape my chest. "What the hell are you talking about? Mia? How is this even happening?" "They're not real," she said. Her voice started breaking up. It sounded like it was getting harder for her to speak. "They're not who you think they are. I didn't want to call. I wasn't supposed to, but I had to warn you. You're in danger." I looked around my apartment. Every light was off. The TV was off. The only sound was the hum of the fridge in the kitchen. "There's no one here," I said softly. "I live alone." And then the line went dead. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. I got out of bed and started checking everything. Every window, every door. I looked inside closets. I even looked under my bed. I felt like a scared little kid again. But there was nothing there. The place was empty. After about an hour, I told myself it had to be a prank. Someone trying to mess with me. Or maybe my brain had finally cracked. Grief does weird things. I hadn't slept well in days. Maybe I dreamed it. Maybe I wanted to hear her voice so badly. My mind made it up. At 3:45 a.m., I walked to the kitchen to get a glass of water. That's when I noticed something strange. There were 2 glasses in the sink. Both were wet. I stopped breathing for a second. I had only used 1 glass. I was sure of it. I stared at them for a long time. I hadn't had company in weeks. I slowly backed out of the kitchen. That's when I heard it, the sound of a floorboard creaking behind me. I spun around. No one was there. But the guest room door was open. I never opened that door. That room used to be Mia's. After she died, I left everything the way it was. Her clothes, her books, even her stuffed cat, Whiskers. I kept the door shut and locked. I couldn't bring myself to go in. But now the door was open, just slightly. Like someone had pushed it and didn't bother to close it all the way. I should have run. I should have grabbed my keys, left the apartment, and never looked back. But instead, I walked toward it. My hands were shaking. I stepped inside. The air was ice cold. The kind of cold that sinks into your skin and makes your bones ache. The curtains moved gently, but the window was shut tight. I looked at the bed. And there it was. Whiskers. The stuffed cat. It was sitting upright facing the door, just sitting there like someone had placed it carefully. I knew for a fact that it had been packed away in a box under the bed. I'd put it there myself. Then my phone rang again. Blocked. I answered. Her voice came through, even quieter this time. Scared. Urgent. They're watching you. Don't let them know you're scared. Who's watching me? I whispered, my voice almost gone. No answer. Then 3 loud, slow knocks on the front door. I froze. Then Mia said the worst thing I could have heard. They're already inside. I dropped the phone. My body just moved on its own. I ran into the bathroom and locked the door. I sat on the floor trying to catch my breath. My heart was beating so hard it hurt. I pressed my ear to the door. I didn't hear footsteps, but I felt something. Like the air itself was thick, like it was pressing against the walls. Then, just on the other side of the door, something brushed against it. Light, like fingertips dragging. And then I heard my name. Alex. It was Mia's voice, but it wasn't right. It sounded too long, like her voice was stretched out. Too quiet, not human. I remembered what she said. Don't trust the people in your house. But I lived alone. I looked up at the bathroom mirror and saw something. A reflection that wasn't mine. Behind me in the mirror stood a tall shape, dark, motionless. No face, no features, just a shape like a shadow had come to life. It didn't move. It didn't breathe. Then it leaned forward. I felt its breath on my neck. And it whispered, "I never died, Alex. I just came home." I don't remember what happened next. I don't remember unlocking the door. I don't remember running. But I found myself in my car, half-dressed, no shoes, keys in my shaking hands. I nearly broke them trying to start the car. I didn't go back that night. I drove until the sun came up. The next morning I returned. I waited until the neighborhood was awake. People were walking dogs. Kids were riding their bikes. Everything looked so normal in the daylight. I walked back into the apartment. Everything looked the same, like nothing had happened. Until I saw my phone on the bathroom floor. It was still on. I picked it up. Last call, MIA. Not blocked. Her name. Like she was still in my contacts. But I had deleted her number after she died. I opened the contact. There it was. Number 911-666-0000. I didn't call. I didn't even think. I smashed the phone. I packed a bag and left. Now, I'm staying in a hotel. Different city. I bought a new phone with a new number. A fresh start. But last night, something else happened. The landline rang. I didn't even know the room had a phone. I picked it up. Static. Then her voice. "Alex?" I wanted to hang up. I should have, but I didn't. "You still don't get it," she said. She sounded so sad, so tired. "It's not the house." Then I heard her crying. "I tried to warn you, I tried." "What do you mean?" I whispered, more sobbing. Then her voice cracked as she said, "You brought it with you." And the line went dead. I'm not telling this for attention. I'm not trying to scare anyone for fun. I'm telling you this as a warning. If someone you love dies, and they call you, don't answer. No matter how much you miss them, no matter how much you want to believe they're okay. Because once you answer, they know where to find you.